Hey, hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Senator Briscoe, coming to you from right here in nowhere else but St. Charles, Missouri. Home of the first state capital, that is for sure, for sure. Now look, it's here Saturday, August 14th, 2021. Now I got a happy birthday shout out going out to Matthew Lesher and Chris Lanham and Prince and William and Varya Orlova. Varya Orlova. And so without further ado, here's a birthday song for the four of you. Hey Varya, hey Prince, hey Chris, hey Matthew, hey Yard, it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must sing. You know, it's another year older today, so happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey Matthew, hey Chris, hey Prince, hey Valeria, I heard it's your birthday today, so happy birthday, I must say. You know, that's another trip around the sun that you made, so happy birthday to you today. Let's add a happy birthday to you today, today. Alright, happy birthday to ya. Alrighty then, how about my Shen Show sharers, likers, and lovers? That's right, the folks that like the Shen Show. Yeah, here we go. How about it? How about my mama, Miss Mary Ann Williams Briscoe? My new friend Lot, Abaya, and don't know how to pronounce that one. That's a gibberish of words. Jehonahisha, and then Kong Maibabalik, and then Christopher and Katelyn, and Gina Cornites, Daniel, Martin Kelly, and Mark Shane, and Pokey Pal, Amanda Sue Little. Yep, Amanda S. Little. Alrighty, hey, those are the Friend Shen Show, Shen Friend shout-outs, birthday shout-outs, and Shen Show shout-outs. So it looks like we're going to get into the weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. And today's weather forecast is going to be brought to you by, surprise, Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is located at 2054 Campus Drive, St. Charles, Missouri. Now that there's across town over there by St. Andrew's Plaza where the Save-A-Lot store is. Used to be an Overland Dairy years ago. But anyway, we're right down the street from the Magic Market, right there next to the Kinder Care. That used to be a Kinder Care. I'm not sure what kind of child care facility it's called now. But we're right there with the big brown cross on the wall. You can find us that way. We're right across from Greener's Pub. So come on down on Sundays at 11 a.m. and join in the praise and worship and get your message, get in touch with Jesus right there at our church. And then on Thursdays, we've got an hour of power prayer. That's right, come on down and get really close to God for an hour. That's right, from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. on Thursdays. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church, located in St. Charles, right near St. Charles Hills, on that end of town. Come on down. Okay, let's see, that being said, here's that weather forecast that I said was going to be up ahead. Well, for the remainder of the day, it's going to be mostly clear skies. Low temperatures around 63 degrees Fahrenheit with winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Sunday, August the 15th, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny day. High temperatures around 83 degrees Fahrenheit with winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, Chloe and Thea have birthdays today too. I forgot to shout them out. Chloe and Thea, happy birthday to you, girl. Oh, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another year older that you have played. I'm hoping you're enjoying your special day, barbecue and all. I heard them say, happy birthday to you today. Well, hey, Chloe. Hey, Thea. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. Happy birthday day today, girls. For I know it's your happy birthday day today. Alright, there you go. Hey, there's a happy birthday day for Chloe and Thea Bird. No, Bird? I don't know, Crow. I'm not sure. Not sure what their last name is. I just know it's Chloe and Thea. And Thea and Chloe. Either one, both in the direction and or back reversed. Anyway, there we are, going again. Sorry about that. Had to jump back in there and do some birthday shout-outs. I forgot them. Didn't mean to forget you, girls. Alright, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny skies, on Sunday, August the 15th, at high temperatures around 83 degrees Fahrenheit, with winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few clouds from time to time overnight, with low temperatures around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, with winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Monday, August the 16th, partly cloudy skies, highs around 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be light and variable, near northeast at 6 miles per hour. And then generally fair skies coming around the evening time, with that lows of 66 degrees Fahrenheit, with the winds coming up light and variable east at 5 miles per hour. And then for Tuesday, here they come coming around the corner on Tuesday, August the 17th, sunshine and clouds mixed in, with a stray shower or a thunderstorm it's possible. All the high temperatures are going to be around 88 degrees Fahrenheit, and the winds are coming in at southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now coming up the backstretch, a few clouds from time to time, with low temperatures of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Wednesday, August the 18th, boy, here she comes. The scattered thunderstorms with the high temperatures of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Coming around the backstretch, we've got the winds coming in at southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour, with a chance of rain at 50%. And then considerable cloudiness early, with some decreasing clouds in the late afternoon. Low temperatures of 71 degrees Fahrenheit overnight, with the winds light and variable southeast at 6 miles per hour. And then for our final day of our 5-day forecast, 88 degrees for Thursday, August the 19th. Wild scattered showers or a thunderstorm early, then partly cloudy, highs around 88 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 30%, and bringing it up, coming up on the inside rail, we got scattered clouds with a possibility of isolated thunderstorms developing overnight and coming in fast as they can be. Low temperatures of 72 degrees Fahrenheit, with the winds light and variable, and chances of rain 30%. There you have it, folks. 30% chances of rain for Thursday, August the 19th. I hope that was just as exciting for you as it was for me, boy. It could have been a race, boy. It could have been weather coming in from all over the directions. They were all over the track, folks. All right, hey, that weather forecast right there was brought to you by, let's see, the official roofer. That's right, Jessica Nicole is the official roofer. She does anything from insurance claims to bids to roof repairs, siding, gutters, downspouts. She is your one call for it all. So if you want some roof work done, you give Jessica Nicole a call at 636-358-3960. That's Jessica Nicole, the official roofer. Alright, there it is. Let's see what else we got going on. How about a couple of things going on here in the new town concert series? What's going on here in St. Charles, Missouri? Well, let's see. We're going to bring you What's Up by Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. That's right. She's your crafty kind of gal. She can make any kind of a wreath decoration that has 3D portraits in it. And I'm talking beautiful. Yes, sir. And she does table arrangements and whatnot for your special occasions. So, get to Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie on Facebook, and she'll be there. Don't you worry. Get back to her anytime, day or night. She'll get back to you sometime. She'll be there. She'll answer. I'm letting you know for sure. Alright, so what's going on? Thank you, Jamie, for your sponsorship. Newtown Concert Series. That would be tonight, folks. August the 14th. From 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We're at Newtown Amphitheater, which is located at 3312 Rue Royale Drive, St. Charles, Missouri. 63301. That's right. Please come and enjoy Trixie Delight. Well, they changed the group. It was Dr. Shivagas, but now it's going to be Trixie Delight. Rock hits from the 70s and 80s, folks, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Newtown Amphitheater. Come on out and enjoy the show. I guess Dr. Shivagas or Zavago or whatever his name is couldn't quite come out and make it, but Trixie Delight sure could. They're a good concert anytime, folks, anytime. Alright, we're going to bring some singing to you, and we're going to bring you singing to you from one of the song artists that I really like to indulge in on Facebook. I watch him all the time. It's Doug Bell, a.k.a. Steve Clary. Now, that young man can sing up a storm, and, well, he does so on his Facebook pages. That's Doug Bell or Steve Clary. The new stuff is on Doug Bell. But anyway, he's got some good oldies on Steve Clary page. So get over there. He's a very talented artist from Buford, Illinois, on Facebook. He's a truck driver by trade, so he doesn't get to sing very often, but when he does, he sings outstandingly, folks. So, there you go. Steve Clary, Doug Bell. Well, on one hand, I count the reasons I could stay with you and hold you close to me all night long. So many lovers' games I could play with you. And on that hand, I see no reason why it's wrong. But on the other hand, there's a golden band to remind me of someone who would not understand. On one hand, I could stay and be your loving man, but the reason I must go is on the other hand. In your arms I feel the passion I thought had died, and when I look into your eyes I find myself. And when I first kissed your lips I felt so alive. And I've got to hand it to you, girl, you're something else. But on the other hand, there's a golden band to remind me of someone who would not understand. Oh, tonight I could stay and be your loving man, but the reason I must go is on the other hand. Alrighty, how about that? How about another one? Let's throw up another one because, well, I feel songy today. Or singy. Singy, songy. I feel like I want to sing. That's right, I do. I'm going to sing another one just for you. Got to get this chair in a rocking, in a rolling, in a moving, in a strolling mood. Got to drink that water, although it doesn't taste very well right now. But that don't mean a thing. Here we go. You ready for it? You ready for it? Here we go. Baby, I can both and turn the lights down low and put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, I ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. Oh, there's no hurry, don't you worry, we can take our time. Come a little closer, let's go over what I had in mind. I said, baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low and put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. Oh, ain't nobody ever loved nobody the way that I love you. And we're all alone now. You don't know how long I've been wanting to lock the doors and turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. Your man. Hey, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There was another one I really wanted to do, but we're going to do a long story tonight, and for bedtime, for the kids, but for the kids story, the couch story, the TV grandpa story, we're going to do quite a long one. It's called Ash Puddle. It's another version of Ash, Cinderella. Yeah, that's what it is. It's by the Brothers Grimm, so it's probably pretty grim, but I kind of, whenever I was in college, over to St. Charles Community College, we had to do several different versions of the Cinderella story, and so Ash Puddle just so happened to be one of them. Anyway, our story time is going to be brought to us by Thankful Nests by Janie Christopher, which is a book available now on Amazon and Brightside Bookshops and Patch.com. That's right. It's called Thankful Nests by Janie Christopher. Story time. Here we go. The wife of a rich man fell sick, and when she felt that her end drew near, she called her only daughter to her bedside. And she said, "Always be a good girl, and I will look down from heaven, and I will watch over your every move." So, afterwards, she shut her eyes and she died, and was buried in the garden, and the little girl went every day to her grave, and wept, and was always good and kind to all about her. And the snow fell and spread a beautiful white covering over the grave. But by the time the spring came and the sun had melted it away again, her father had married another wife. And this new wife had 2 daughters of her own, that she brought home with her. They were fair in face, but foul in heart, and it was now a sorry time for the poor little girl. What dost thou, the good for nothing, want in the parlor? Said they who would eat bread should first earn it anyway, with the kitchen meal as the kitchen maid. And so she was forced to become the kitchen maid. Then they took away her fine clothes and gave her an old gray frock to put on, and they laughed at her, and they turned her into the kitchen help. Then she was forced to do hard work, to rise early before daylight, to bring the water, to make the fire, to cook, and to wash. Besides that, the sisters plagued her in all sorts of ways and laughed at her. In the evening, when she was here, she was tired, and she had no bed to lie down on, but was made to lay by the hearth among the ashes. And as this, of course, made her always dusty and dirty, and they called her Ash Puddle. It happened once that the father was going to the fair, and he asked his wife's daughters what he should bring them. "Well, fine clothes," said the first. "Pearls and diamonds," cried the second. "And now, child," said he to his own daughter, "what will you have?" "The first twig, dear father, that brushes against your hat, and when you turn your face to come homeward," said she. So then he brought for the first 2 the fine clothes and the pearls and the diamonds that they had asked for. And on his way home, as he rode through the green cups, a hazel twig brushed against him, and almost pushed off his hat. So he broke it off, and he brought it away. And when he got home to give it to his daughter, and then she took it and went to her mother's grave and planted it right there, and cried so much that it was watered with her tears. And there it grew and became a fine tree. 3 times every day she went to it, and she cried, and soon a little bird came and built its nest upon the tree, and talked with her, and watched over her, and brought her whatever she wished for. Well, now it happened that the king of the land held a feast, which was to last 3 days, and out of these those who came to this hit, his son was to choose a bride for himself. Well, Ashpuddle's two sisters were asked to come, so they called her up and said, "Now, comb our hair, brush out our shoes, and tie our sashes for us, for we are going to the dance at the king's feast." And then she did as she was told. But when all was done, she could not help crying, for she thought to herself she should so have liked to have been going with them to the ball. And at last she begged her mother very hard to let her go. "You, Ashpuddle," she said, "you would have nothing to wear, no clothes at all, and who cannot even dance. You want to go to the ball." And when she kept on begging, she said at last, to get rid of her, "I will throw this dishful of peas into the ash heap, and if in 2 hours' time you have picked them all out, you shall go to the feast too." Well, then she threw the peas down among the ashes, but the little maiden ran out at the back door into the garden, and she cried out, "Hither, hither, through the sky, turtle doves and the lentils fly, black thrush and shepherdchins gay, hither, hither, hasten away." I once and all came, and help me quick, haste ye, and mohash, pick, and then first came 2 white doves flying in at the kitchen window. Next came 2 turtle doves, and after them came all the little birds under heaven, chirping and fluttering in, and they flew down into the ashes, and the little doves stooped their heads down and set to work, pick, and then the others began to pick, and among them all they soon picked out all the good peas, all the good grain, and put it into a dish, but left the ashes all long before the end of the hour. The work was quite done, and all flew out again at the window. Then Ashpuddle brought the dish to her mother, overjoyed at the thought that now she should go to the ball. But the mother said, No, you dirty girl, you have no clothes and cannot dance. You shall not go." And when Ashpuddle begged very hard to go, she said, "If you can, in 1 hour's time, pick 2 of those dishes of peas out of the ashes, you shall go too." And then she thought, and thus she thought she should at least get rid of her. And so she shook 2 dishes of peas into the ashes. But the little maiden went out into the garden at the back of the house, and she cried out as before, hither, hither, through the sky. Turtle doves and lentils fly. Blackbirds thrush and chaffinch gray. Hither, hither, hasten my way. And one and all came, help me quick. Hasten ye, and dash, pick, pick, pick. Then first came in the 2 white doves in at the kitchen window. Next came the 2 turtle doves, and after them came all the little birds under heaven, chirping and hopping about, and they flew down into the ashes. And the little doves put their heads down and set to work, picking, picking, picking. And then the others began to pick, pick, pick. And they put all of the good grain into the dishes and left all the ashes. Before half an hour's time, all was done, and out they flew again. And then Ashpuddle took the dishes to her mother, rejoicing to think that she should now go to the ball. But her mother said, "It's all of no use. You cannot go, you have no clothes, and cannot dance, and you would only put us to shame." And off she went with her 2 daughters to the ball. Now, when all were gone and nobody left at home, Ashpuddle went sorrowfully and sat down under the hazel tree and cried out, "Shaka, shaka, hazel tree, gold and silver over me." Then her friends, the birds, flew out of the tree and brought a gold and silver dress for her, and slippers of spangled silk. And then she put them on and followed her sisters to the feast. But they did not know her, and though it must be some strange princess, she looked so fine and beautiful in her rich clothes, and they never once thought of Ashpuddle, taking it for granted that she was safe at home in the dirt. Well, the king's son soon came up to her and took her by the hand and danced with her and no one else, and he never left her hand. But when anyone else came to ask her to dance, he said, "This lady is dancing with me." Thus they danced all till a late hour of the night, and then she wanted to go home. And the king's son said, "I shall go and take care of you, to your home," for he wanted to see where the beautiful maiden lived. But she slipped away and shut the door. Then he waited for her till father came home and told him that the unknown maiden who had been at the feast had hid herself in the pigeon house. But when they had broken open the door, they found no one within. And as they came back into the house, Ashpuddle was lying, as she always did, in her dirty frock by the ashes, and her dim little lamp was burning in the chimney, for she had ran as quickly as she could through the pigeon house and on to the hazel tree and had there taken off her beautiful clothes and put them beneath the tree, that the birds might carry them away, and had lain down again, aimed the ashes amidst the ashes in her little grey frock. The next day, when the feast was again held, and her father, mother, and sisters were gone, Ashpuddle went to the hazel tree and said, "Shake, shake, 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 hazel tree, gold and silver over me." And the birds came and brought a still finer dress than the one she had the day before. And when she came in to the ball, everyone wondered at her beauty. But the king's son, who was waiting for her, took her by the hand, and they danced with her. And when anyone asked her to dance, he said as before, "This lady is dancing with me." When night came, she wanted to go home, and the king's son followed her as before, that he might see into what house she went. But she sprang away from him all at once into the garden behind her father's home. In this garden stood a fine large pear tree full of ripe fruit, and Ashpuddle, not knowingly where to hide herself, jumped up into it without being seen. Then the king's son lost sight of her and could not find out where she was gone, but waited till her father came home and said to him, "The unknown lady who danced with me has slipped away, and I think she must have sprung into the pear tree." While the father thought to himself, "Can it be Ashpuddle?" So he had an axe brought, and they cut down the tree, but found no one upon it. And when they came back into the kitchen, there lay Ashpuddle among the ashes, for she had slipped down on the other side of the tree and carried her beautiful clothes back to the birds at the hazel tree, and then put on her little gray frock. The third day, when her father and mother and sisters were gone, she went again into the garden, and she said, "Shake, shake, hazel tree, gold and silver over me." And then her kind friends and the birds brought her a dress that was still finer than the former two, and slippers which were all of gold, so that when she came to the feast, no one knew who she was, and no one knew what to say for wonder of her beauty. And the king's son danced with her, and nobody else but her. And when anyone else asked her to dance, he said, "This lady is my partner, sir." And when night came, she wanted to go home, and the king's son would go with her, and said to himself, "I will not lose her this time." But, however, she again slipped away from him, though in such a hurry that she dropped her left golden slipper upon the stairs. Well, the prince took the shoe and went the next day to the king, his father, and he said, "I will take for my wife the ladies that this golden slipper fits." And then both the sisters were overjoyed to hear it, for they had beautiful feet and had no doubt that they could wear the golden slipper. Well, the eldest went first into the room where the slipper was and wanted to try it on, and the mother stood by, but her great toe could not go in, and the shoe was altogether much too small for her. Well, then the mother gave her a knife and said, "Never mind, cut it off. When you are clean, you will not care about a toe. You will not want to walk." And so the silly girl cut off her great toe, and thus squeezed her shoe, squeezed on the shoe, and went to the king's son. Then he took her for his bride, and set her beside him on his horse, and rode away with her homewards. But on the way home, they had to pass by the hazel tree that Ashpuddle had planted, and on the branch sat a little dove singing, back again, look to the shoe. The shoe is too small and not made for you. But Prince, look again for the bird, for she's not the true one that sits by thy side. Well, then the prince got down, and he looked at her foot, and he saw, by the blood that streamed from it, what a trick she had played on him. What a trick she had played on him. And so he turned his horse around and brought the false bride back to her home and said, "This is not the right bride. Take the other sister, try and put the slipper on her." Then she went into the room and got her foot into the shoe, all but the heel, which was too long. But her mother squeezed in it until the blood came out, and took her to the king's son, and he sat her on his bride by his side on his horse, and rode away with her. But when they came to the hazel tree, the little dove sat there still and sang, back again, look to the shoe. The shoe is too small and not made for you. Prince, look again for thy bride, for she's not the true one that sits by thy side." Then he looked down, and he saw that the blood streamed so much from the shoe that her white stockings were quite red. And so he looked down and saw that the blood streamed so much from the shoe that her white stockings were quite red. And so we'll try to read another line this time. So he turned his horse and brought her also back again. "This is not the true bride," said he to the father. "Have you another daughter?" "Well, no," he said. "There is only a little dirty Ashpuddle here, the child of my first wife. I am sure that she cannot be the bride." The prince told him to send her, But the mother said, "No, no, she is much too dirty and dusty. She will not dare to show herself." However, the prince would have her come, and she first washed her face and hands, and then went in and curtsied to him, and he reached her the gold slipper. Then she took her clumsy shoes off her left foot and put on the golden slipper, and it fitted her as if it had been made for her. And then she drew near, and she looked at her, and he looked at her face and knew her, and said, "This is the right bride." But the mother and both sisters were frightened and turned pale with anger as they took Ashpuddle on his horse and rode away with her. And when they came to the hazel tree, the white dove sang, back again, look to the shoe. The shoe is too small and not made for you. Prince, prince, look again for thy bride, for she's not the true one that sits by thy side." Then he looked down and saw that the blood streamed so much. Wait a minute, that can't be right. Our bride is riding away with her prince. Because there was no blood, her foot fit perfectly. So he turned his horse and brought her also back. Da 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 da. Hazel the tree, white dove sang. Now home, home, look at the shoe. Prince, the shoe was made for you. Prince, prince, take home thy bride, for she is true one that sits by thy side. And when the dove had done its song, it came flying and perched upon her right shoulder, and so went home with her. And there you have it. That was Ashpuddle, which was another fairy tale from the other, type book. Okay, so here we go. Now, it looks like it's time for our Daily Bread portion of the program. And the Daily Bread portion of the program is brought to you by The Bible with Briscoe 2021. The Bible with Briscoe 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's daily reading of the Bible is going to be Psalms 89 through 90 and Romans 14. So don't forget to tune in to The Bible with Briscoe 2021 for your daily reading of the Bible. Okay, here we go. When we don't understand, we will be reading Job 2, 7 through 10. And I tell you what, Job is one of my favorite books in the Bible. Hard to follow because it sounds kind of like sometimes Job is complaining, but he's not. He's only telling the truth, not complaining out of turn, and he's not complaining at all as far as what he says, and the Lord knows. So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord and afflicted Job with painful sores from the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. Then Job took a piece of broken pottery and scraped himself with it as he sat among the ashes. His wife said to him, "Are you still maintaining your integrity? Curse God and die." He replied, "You are talking like a foolish woman. Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" In all this, Job did not sin in what he had said. And there you have it. That was the Daily Bread portion of the program, brought to you by the Barber with Briscoe 2021. All right, my friends. Hey, that looks like the end of the Shen show, which means we will be finishing up with one more song, and that song will go, well, goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I say goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go, so goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Alright, hey, that's it. That's the Shen Show in the nutshell. Got it in the bag, folks. Alright, so anyway, this here has been Shen, a.k.a. Briscoe, your host of the Shen Show, saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show, and as always, you know, God loves you, and so do I. So, come back and see me tomorrow, because, well, hey, I'll be here, and I hope that you are too.